about the GOAT here for a second. We'll go full circle with Tom Brady. Kind of signed himself a similar deal, signing an extension with Tampa Bay that I think guarantees him there till 2022.
So he's locked in for next season. Everything after that is voidable. It's all the leverage was given to Brady out of respect. If he doesn't want to stay there, he wants to leave, he can go. But guaranteed he's going to earn about $25 million this year.
Yeah, and I mean, deserved for sure, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this is good for the Bucs. I mean, honestly, we've seen the Bucs kind of making these moves. The boy Chris Godwin, they just fucked around and franchise tagged, which
he deserves that tag.
Yeah, I think it's great for both parties. I think, that gives Chris Godwin a big, fat, guaranteed amount of money.
Yeah.
He gets one more year to essentially gamble on himself for, potentially open himself up next year for the bag. One more year of having a great number 2 wide receiver with the GOAT. I think Tampa Bay has been approaching this offseason very smart. Obviously, Tom Brady was probably the number 1 priority on that. I think it's well deserved. Give the man his money. We all said at the beginning of last year that it's over. Probably even said that the year before that. Past couple years, it's been kind of over for him. And what the fuck does he go do? He goes out and just wins his 7th Super Bowl in a new city. If the roster stays the way it kind of stays for the most part, it's going to hard to not think they'll be back. I mean, what they did was really impressive.
And we got to just take a second to appreciate Tom Brady's willingness or unselfishness when it comes to his contracts. I mean, oh my God, bro. He literally took a $50 to $60 million pay cut to stay on this team. Like, think about that. He should be the number 1 paid in every aspect, but he just says like, nah, I'm all right. I want a good team around me. No other quarterback, no other player in the league has done that once.
No, I mean, you look at, the deal Patty Mahomes just signed last year. Tom Brady could have had a couple of those. I mean,
and it's like, yeah, all these dudes are deserving, but Brady understands how the team works from an organizational standpoint. Like, he knows if he gets all the money, you're not going to be able to pay any other stars on your team. And he was doing that for a bit in New England as well for a couple of them rings. I mean, he just approaches it way differently. Like, he's chasing accolades, not millions of dollars.
Accolades.
Yeah, close enough.
But no, Patty Mahomes is currently working on something similar where they're turning, I think, a couple of the years he has, they're turning into a signing bonus or some sort.
Yeah.
They're saving, freeing up some money for this year. I don't know. This is, like I said, it's been a weird offseason with some of these contracts going on, a lot of loophole stuff, a lot of this and that going on. And like you said, 9 times out of 10, a quarterback and most players really don't opt in.
Give me that fucking money.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you can't blame them, especially, defensive players and running backs. It's like you're really only going to get paid like that one time. So you want to be able to make sure you're worth it. But
no, I don't blame him at all. It's just so obscure that Brady does that. Like, he just understands the game.
Emulate that. For sure, take less money, but it's at the end, it's this weird thing. Or at the end of the day, are we talking generational wealth to where, I mean, listen,
how is $25 million not enough for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, for a regular Joe Schmo like me and you, bro, I mean, that is life-changing.
You get
money.
25, you get comfortable.
Yeah.
You get to live that lifestyle for a while.
No, yeah, you enter a different tax bracket for sure. I do see. And like, if I was in that situation myself, like, I'm taking the money. Like, get the fuck out of here. What do I want a ring for? I'll buy a ring,
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, that's why Tom Brady is the GOAT. And I think for the better part of forever, no one's taking that title away from him. So,
no, that's we talk about this again all the time, too. Like, GOAT gets thrown around a lot, but Tom Brady is it, bro.
Brady
in every category, that is the man you want to be.
I think, honestly, at the end of the day, if the GOAT has to be singular, one, I mean, that's a whole argument for another day. But big shout out to Tom Brady locking it down. Big shout out Chris Godwin too, getting himself a nice little guaranteed bag. I'd imagine if this team does what they do, he'll have a great year, and we'll be having this conversation again next year. Potentially, a team
can't feel like immediate playoff run back at least. Whether they make the run in the playoffs or not again will be up to them. But yeah. Guaranteed playoffs, bro.
Definitely going to be a good team. They got a whole year, and especially this year, they get a whole season together. I mean, that's going to be potentially dangerous. And I'm going to just absolutely keep my mouth shut about Tom Brady, whether or not he has it or not, because he's just fucking around and proving us wrong. But
you give Tom Brady 6 extra weeks with his players before the season starts. Like, yeah, it's going to be dangerous.
Perfect.